Hey everyone, it's another school year and another chance to learn from our mistakes. We're back. It's the 2022-2023 school year, and this is now 6 school years of me reflecting on at least one teaching mistake per month and a mindful approach on how to respond. If you're just tuning in, something that I do on social media and this YouTube channel here includes student reflections, includes some fly on the wall peeks into our actual health lessons. I do podcast promotions here, and of course this series, which examines a teaching mistake, at least one per month, and a way to respond to that, something that I have found to be useful, and I like to share that with any other educators out there, not just in health education and not just at the middle school level, but any other teacher that's working with the youth of today. I hope anyone starting up the school year is doing well. Reflecting on 12 months ago, we had different protocols in place as we kind of worked through the COVID pandemic. We were certainly masked and we had some social distancing still occurring, and those have been lifted since, so we'll see how things go. I just hope that everybody out there is safe and healthy, and I'm really optimistic. I'm hoping for, some more of that normalcy, but really we're looking at kind of moving through and moving into whatever a new normal might be. But I'm hopeful. I bring that up because all of that impacts social and emotional learning, and that's a big passion of mine, is to help young people through adolescence and develop those skills. Life skills that we work on right here in the health classroom. Interpersonal communication especially, but also self-management, decision-making, advocacy, a lot of those great national standards that we can put to work and put to use and practice in the school setting. So let's get to the point. This series has been especially effective for me to better myself and my own teaching, and so I figured that I'm going to continue. We'll see, I'll see how far I go with this, but I plan on doing a video like this once a month for the next 9 months of this school year. What this allows me to constantly do is make sure that I'm not just providing a highlight reel of life, as I call it, and just kind of be genuine, be authentic right here on camera. So I wanted to hop on, even though we've only had a couple of days of school so far, because I think it's important to do almost like a temperature check. How do I feel and what do I think through the first day of school, the first week of school? So here I am. Something that I repeatedly noticed that I do on the first day and the first week of class is have almost too much energy. I'm just so excited to get things started, whether it's the start of a school year or the beginning of a brand new quarter or semester with students. And that's something that might not be met with my middle schoolers in terms of the energy level. I certainly don't mean to be overwhelming, but I suppose that's just part of my personality. So just by me identifying and being aware that that can occur within the first few days or weeks of meeting students, that piece alone is just an important part of my reflection process. So in real time, what I try and do within the first week of lessons with my students is read the room. Get a feel for what's the aura feel like in the room? How is the energy? How does students' body language start to communicate some important messages to me? Just informal feedback that's happening, just kind of like right there in each moment. So it's not a teaching mistake per se, but it's just a general thought that I have starting up this new school year, which leads me to my mindful tip, my mindful approach on how to respond to something like that. And that is to tread lightly. Now, remember, with any of these that I do each month, I'm talking to myself. And if you benefit out there, then that's great too. So that's why I want to share it. I would recommend that if you find yourself with slightly overwhelming energy, that you tread lightly and you try and back up a bit and realize some students are coming in at varying levels of comfort. When I think of myself in that same spot, a 7th or 8th grader, at least in my case, then I remember, of course, having tons of anxiety starting up a new school year. Once I can do that and have empathy within the lesson or within the week, I find myself to be more effective as an educator. As I put myself in my students' shoes, this allows me to also tap into my own anxieties that I have in life. And I might feel comfortable sharing that, I might not, we'll have to see where things go. But as I struggle through and cope with anxiety ever since my youth and well into my adulthood, I try and remember what it is that I do, how it is that I feel, even though outwardly I may look a certain way. I may speak and act a certain way, but inside, I might be struggling. So I want to try and consider those things, and that's just taking a walk in somebody else's shoes. That's called empathy. It's compassion. It's giving people patience and grace, no matter what age. So to apply that in an educational setting, tread lightly. It just allows us to understand as teachers that students are all in different places, and that's okay, especially as we start off a new school year. See how it goes in your own teaching. Let me know any other additional thoughts. Do you have any other tips for other educators out there? I am all ears. What I'll do is make sure I find a resource to share right here in the YouTube description that you can check out on this very topic and read right after watching. Okay, that's it for this month. I'll be back in September at some point to make sure I examine another teaching mistake and a mindful approach on how to respond. To everyone out there, I hope you are safe and healthy, and if not, I hope you're taking steps to get there. Thanks for tuning in, as always, and good luck on the 2022-2023 school year. Until next time, bye-bye.